I knew it was muted. How's it going? What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. How are we doing? We got Steven Mapp in here. Live stream on a great summer night from Moraine. We got Saint. I don't even know how to say that name. We got Among Us in here, of course. How are we, everybody? It's a Saturday night. I'm in here grinding. We finished up a new Dynasty rankings update for the Patreon earlier today. I finished outline for tomorrow's video, and I said, you know what? I got to bring a stream to the people. There are underdog drafts to be had on this fine Saturday night. And I figured because the puppy closed, why not go in the other direction and do a high-stakes draft on underdog? Now, if you're not on underdog, make sure you check it out. Use promo code RON. I'll have a link in the... Let's actually put that link in there right now. But I'll have a link in the live chat, a link in the description, a link in the comments. If you're new to underdog, you click this link. It uses my promo code RON, which will match your deposit up to $100. And you can get on there, play in some fantasy football drafts with us, do best ball underdog fantasy. It's a best ball platform. You draft teams. You don't have to set lineups. You don't have to do any trades. You draft them. You forget about them. It is a beautiful thing. Let me just pin this at the top of the chat. I don't know why it's asking if I would like to use an emoji. All right. Here we go. All right, so this is the plan. I wanted to do a Dalmatian. I believe it's $101 to get in, so I don't really expect anybody to jump in here with me. But if you'd like to jump in here with me, you can. If not, it's all good. It's all love. We're gonna hop in this 30 seconds to pick. Let's just hope that it fills. Like I don't know how long these have been taking to fill. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots. Still looking to fill. What we'll do in the meantime, I might be an idiot. Like if this doesn't fill in the next like 5 minutes, we'll probably just run up a BBM. But I can already hear people being furious about the clickbait in the comments. I think I'm just an idiot, though. Like, I should have probably, like, joined it, like, maybe 20 minutes ago and then pressed live once it filled. I just don't plan things out well enough for that to happen. But, yeah. How are we doing? I'll answer some questions while we're waiting. If it doesn't go, like, we're stuck at waiting for 7 people. It is $100 to get in, so I don't really expect anybody to just pony up that cash out of nowhere. So we're actually going to hit a reverse here. And we're going to go BBM. Maybe I'll change the title. Maybe I won't. You're just going to have to deal with it, man. $25 is high stakes for some. High stakes is all relative. That's what I hate to say, and I hate to admit, but high stakes is all relative. We're going to hop into BBM. Let's just share the screen. We're hopping into BBM. We have a Dalmatian going in the background, but I'm just going to quit out of that if I can. Yeah, it was a great idea, and we're going to do that down the road. Maybe if we do a stream on Monday or something. Oh, and we got an Influencer 101. Beautiful. Beautiful. 101. Let me know if any of you guys are in here. I feel like I recognize Fantasy Dog Pound. I don't recognize anybody else, but let's pop out the draft board real quick. Get everything situated. This is way off-centered. We'll go here. Oh. Not what I wanted to do. But how's everybody doing? Feel free to ask me if you got a trade sitting in your inbox, feel free to ask me Dynasty questions, redraft questions. If you got, if you're stressing about your keeper pick in your redraft league that doesn't draft for another 3 months, now's the time to get my thoughts on that. I'm ready for anything. We just hopped in a draft. We're on the clock. And here I'll be going Justin Jefferson. Just because that's the only place he goes. And I do not want to be underexposed to the 101. So every time I'm in there, I'll be taking him. What else we got in here? Fresh cut. Thank you, my boy. How are we? I had to get the fresh cut for the fellas. Damn, the cut kind of goes crazy on the camera. I'm not going to lie here. We got XD two-tone. What up, Ron? What's going on, my boy? Moraine, FFPC or Dalmatian? Neither. I would have loved to do a Dalmatian. I'm just kind of an idiot. Bro, we were in the Saturday Shank PGA draft together this morning. LOL, you in the money, dude. I decided to send a bunch of golf drafts this morning on Underdog. I don't think they're doing too great. Yeah, I mean, I have $110 at stake. I'm only winning 55 right now. My best team is tied for 479th place, and it's already, like, the holes are already played. Yeah, it's looking really tough. It's looking really tough for me in the golf streets, but I decided to ape into, like, 25 golf drafts this morning just because, I don't know. I've been triggered for golf. I think I told you guys, like, a couple weeks ago, or maybe a few weeks ago, that I went and golfed for the first time on, like, a course, right? I had gone to, like, a driving range a bunch, but I had a blast, and then I went last Sunday again. So I've gone twice in, like, the last, like, or prior to this week, I went, like, 2 Sundays in a row. I don't know if I'm going to go tomorrow, but I absolutely loved it. What else we got in here? We got Chris Diaz. What's good, boy? Really looking forward to your in-person home league draft. Yeah, I want to get that set up very soon. But I think I told you about the idea, but I think I was talking to it or talking about it. I was at my buddy's girlfriend's birthday party last night. And like five members of our home league were there. There's a good chance that the dog has to go pee. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make this 2-3 turn pick, and then I'm gonna let the dog out. Hope that doesn't screw anything up. I would hate to take her out while we're here at the 1-2 turn. First round is going on. Nothing too crazy. I mean, Garrett Wilson and Amon-Ra St. Brown going 10-11 is pretty crazy. But I guess this is kind of a Ron Stewart draft where wide receivers are just flying off the board. Yeah, I haven't seen, like, Bijan being around in the second round is pretty crazy. Man. Very interesting. People are really, really reaching on the wide receivers. And I kind of love flipping that on them. Like, if they want to try and win kind of with, like, quantity over quantity, like or quality over quantity. They're trying to win with quantity over quality. Like, I have the wide receiver 1 on the board. They're kind of just stacking up, the wide receiver 2 types. And then, boom, we might just hit them with 2 back-to-back running backs. We'll see. But yeah, in-person home league draft is going to be sweet. Right now I have but yeah, I'm looking into it. I'm about to possibly, like, hit up, like, a hotel that's around us and see if they'll let us sort of, like, rent out a ballroom for the draft. I feel like that would be kind of cool. What else we got in here? Eckler or Bijan? Probably Bijan for me. Damn, hit me with you've been falling off with the Dynasty content, man. Yeah, I haven't been posting a ton of Dynasty content. Tomorrow, well, yeah, because I've been doing all of the rankings videos with, like, the tiers. But don't hold your breath. I would say I just finished a Dynasty rankings update today. That's live on the Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. Top 300 player rankings, buy, sell recommendations for every single one of them. But we're going to probably do, like, a players that, like, skyrocketing video, maybe even a plummeting video, probably a Dynasty trade targets video. I kind of want to look through all of my teams as well. Crazy Ambassador sort of in the works, but it's a tough sell right now. The league finally kind of banded back together, but it's a matter of, I don't know, filming those intros are kind of a lot, so I honestly might, moving forward, Crazy Ambassadors, not do the crazy intros, but I feel like they're also pretty fun to do. Let's go. I think we go Pollard for sure. Let's go Pollard for sure. And let's go Mahomes. I feel like a naked Mahomes is kind of weird. But I just don't really like anything else that's available to us. And I'm kind of down. We'll kind of see what we can get on the other side of a Kelsey, like, Mahomes stack in terms of, like, meeting them in week 18. All right. I'm going to let my dog out because I'm an idiot that didn't let her out before we decided to go live in front of a bunch of people. But I'll be back shortly. Give me 2 seconds. All right, and we're back. Oh, how was everybody while I was gone? I probably should have put the draft board up. But what do we got going on here? You said LMAO. I'm like the exact level of golfer. I finally don't slice the ball every drive, dude. I'm garbage is really the thing. Dynasty trade Olave for Christian Watson, Madison, and a 24-second. I probably wouldn't. I don't think that's enough of a plus on top of Watson, but I'm also just not an Alexander Madison guy. I feel like right now is like the worst time that you could right now is the worst time to buy Alexander Madison. Like, can his price go up? I guess if it's in season. Winnie, get on the couch. Come on. Winnie. She's not getting on the couch. Winnie, come on. Winnie. Of course. Of course. But what do we got going on here? What do you guys got going on tonight? Saturday night. How's everybody living? Feel free to ask me any fantasy football question. Anything weird happening in this draft when I left? Allen, Andrews, Debo, Metcalf, Jacobs. Nothing weird. Yeah. Winnie. Great. Winnie, come on. Get on the couch. Come on. Get on the couch. Chill out, dude. All right. Winnie is doing her best to throw off the entire stream. Yeah, maybe I'll just let Winnie host. I'll just let Winnie pick my entire draft one day. I don't know how I would set that up. But it would be funny. So we got Bill Belichick saying screw dynasty. Ron is see-through. Yeah, I had to go take the dog out. I mean, you truly hate to see it. Now she's trying to find a spot to chill over there. Just absolutely terrorizing that blanket. Trade just happened in your home dynasty league. Quentin Johnson for DJ Moore straight up. Oh, give me Quentin Johnson there. So watching Demon Slayer Season 3 finale tomorrow with the homies? Damn, boy. I haven't checked out Demon Slayer. I've been slacking on my anime. I haven't watched anime in a long time. I would say probably the last one I watched, and I wouldn't really even categorize it as an anime, but Invincible. But like true animes that I've seen Naruto all the way through, and I've seen Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter goes hard as hell. And I've seen a good chunk of Hero Academia. Hate to admit that, but I have. Outside of those three, though, I don't really think I've seen much. I want to watch Attack on Titan, but I just haven't. What else we got? Diablo 4? I never got into any of the Diablo games. Also, Breece Hall is starting to go late, fellas. Like, if I was Fantasy Dog Pound, I would love to go. I mean, he's having a great start there. Garrett Wilson, Jalen Waddle, Breece Hall, Lamar Jackson. I'll give him that. You said Ron Pierce for a random 24 first. I think so. I think you probably have to sell for that price. Said Invincible was so good. Yeah, I loved Invincible. Invincible was crazy. I mean, Amazon put out a good little run of shows there, so they just haven't re-upped on them. But I loved The Boys was cool too. I've heard of Demon Slayer. I think that's like on Netflix, right? But what else we got? I got tight end rankings video coming out tomorrow. That was like disgusting. Like once you get past like the top 11 or 12 tight ends, and once you get past Dalton Schultz, like you can. I would have Dalton Schultz ahead of Kincaid and Okonkwo, but like Kincaid, Okonkwo, Dolchich, Kmet, Higbee. It's really tough to kind of figure out a way to rank those bulls. I do got to see, maybe I should talk through some stuff that I found while I was doing, what am I trying to say? This Dynasty Rankings update. Oh yeah, don't mind my super messy screen. Super messy screen. I don't title anything. All of the screenshots and graphics that you see in every video just hang out on my home screen. And you take Kirk. All right, so I'm taking I'm taking Jahmyr Gibbs here for sure. Let's do Jahmyr Gibbs. Man, Jahmyr Gibbs and probably DJ Moore, sadly. I think you just have to. If like DJ Moore gets to the 5th round and you don't have like 3 wide receivers by then, you probably kind of just have to take the bullet. Like I was definitely debating Mixon for some like week 17 correlation with Mahomes. Just felt super behind at wide receiver though. Only having taken Jefferson there. Ron, what's your highest owned RB? No, if I was to guess, man, it's Clyde Edwards-Helaire, dude. If I was to guess, but let's see. Through 57 drafts, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is my most owned running back. Talking about with Hayden Winks, man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire price makes no sense. It makes 0 sense. He was a top 6 running back for like the first 6 weeks last year. He gets hurt. And then we just act like he doesn't exist anymore. Like maybe my timeline is off in terms of the injury. Like let me check real quick. But I believe there was an injury. He falls out of favor with the lineup. We've now had like 2 seasons where he's like had like a weird injury. Like the one before that, he had like a bladder issue. Like the Chiefs spent a 1st-round draft pick on this guy. I don't think that they're ready to just like kick him to the side. Yeah, he had a high ankle sprain in week 11, but I guess he fell out of favor before week 11. Yeah, he was really just overproducing like a low snap count, and then his snap share just went to like 0. But they haven't added anything to this running back room. Like you have Pacheco, you have McKinnon, 2 guys who the Chiefs have nothing tied to. And Hayden made a great point too, where it's almost like a dual handcuff with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, because you can either have McKinnon go down and you could just have the pass catching role that blew up down the stretch last year with McKinnon, or Pacheco goes down and Clyde Edwards-Helaire becomes the between the tackles guy and gets the goal line carries on a high scoring offense. 18th round Chiefs running back that is at worst, like even if you don't think that there's any shot that he can surpass Pacheco or McKinnon in the depth chart, which I don't think is really that crazy to say, but he's at the very least the Kansas City Chiefs handcuff, and he has 2 paths to paying off. Or actually 3. His 2 paths are, again, he replaces McKinnon, he replaces Pacheco, or he beats one of them out. And considering that Pacheco and McKinnon are, I mean, McKinnon's like in his early 30s at this point, and Pacheco's a 7th-round running back out of Rutgers. Like, I'm a Jersey boy. I love all the teams around here. But I don't know. Pacheco's not some otherworldly talent. Like, he wasn't even really that good at Rutgers. I don't think Pacheco even ever had a game last year over like 20 fantasy points, man. Like, it's just crazy. Like to me, Clyde Edwards-Helaire should be more like a 14th round pick, 13th round pick. You know what I mean? Should be like a priority handcuff. Like I don't see how you draft like I don't see how you have a strong opinion that you should be drafting like Chuba Hubbard over Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Like, am I crazy for saying that? Like, I don't understand why. Like, why is Devin Singletary like a way better pick than Clyde Edwards-Helaire or Chuba Hubbard or Kenneth Gainwell, even the RB3 for the Eagles as well? Gus Edwards. I don't know. He's like a full tier below them in ADP. You're saying wait till KC adds Fournette? I don't know. I mean, maybe they add a running back, but I think in the 18th round, like I'm fine with that risk, you know? Would it surprise you if the Chiefs cut CH? I feel like, yeah, man. I mean, as a first round, he has a first round pick salary, and that's guaranteed for the entire contract. Like, I would kind of be shocked if he got cut. I mean, I want to see what they owe him if they do cut him. Yeah, I guess just only $2.5 million they would owe him if they cut him. Maybe it's a possibility. But he's a free agent after the season anyway. They don't have any depth. What else we got in here? Do you think Najee Harris is worth his 4th round value? He's probably exactly worth like a 4th round. It's tough to see the ceiling with him, but he is a guy who can command volume, can kind of be like early career Leonard Fournette, where if he hits that receiving ceiling that he saw in year 1, then he can pay off in a big way. Just a matter of like if that role is kind of past him at this point. Let's go Kadarius Toney. We'll get a little stack to Mahomes. I don't want any of these guys. Addison's interesting, but so is Pitts. I think I'm going to go Pitts. Pitts gives us a little bring back with DJ Moore there. We don't have a tight end yet. This is like a super balanced build, and I don't mind it at all. You said you got like 30% ETN. I haven't been drafting that much ETN, but I do have a decent amount. You said, have you heard of Dynasty Domain guys? There's some bozos. I mean, I've heard of them. I wouldn't go as far to call them bozos. Where does Ever go? I like him with Kellen Moore. He goes late as hell, my boy. Like, yeah, he's free. I mean, tight end 18, 157 ADP. Well, so yeah, you said you're taking a lot of Tank Bigsby and Jerome Ford. I like that call. Where do you rank Scary Terry with Howell at quarterback and a penchant toward the running game? What does penchant mean? But Scary Terry, I have him right in that like 4 or 5 turn area, just like jumbled with your DJ Moore, Godwin, Ayuk. Like I have him like literally right here. I'm not thrilled to take him, like you said. Like the quarterback situation's not great. We're like 4 years into the Terry McLaurin thing, and we're yet to see like a top 12 finish. Like, has he even had a top 24 finish, McLaurin? I feel like he has. Yeah, he's definitely had a top 24 finish, but it just hasn't been great. You're still waiting for him to like absolutely have a great year. Yeah, his highest finish is wide receiver 20. What else we got? Keeper League, which 2 should I keep? Devonta in the 4th, Amari Cooper in the 5th, Drake London in the 7th. Probably Devonta in the 4th. Probably Devonta in the 4th and Drake London in the 7th, but it's tough. I think all of them are close. You're saying Chuba is probably too far, but you're with CH being undervalued. I see it. What, Mason doesn't like Kadarius Toney? I don't really love Kadarius Toney either, but if I have Patrick Mahomes, I'll take anybody that has the initials KC under their name. Like, even if Kadarius Toney sucks the entire year, and Best Ball Mania 3, or Best Ball Mania 4 here, where we're just trying to... Like, of course, you're trying to win your season long, but you're also, like, week 17, you get there and you sneak in. Like, even if Kadarius Toney sucks the entire year, he could almost help you if he sucked the entire year in week 17, where let's say he sucks the entire year, he's a low advance rate player, you sneak him in, and you're the only Mahomes-Kadarius Toney team in week 17, and that happens to be, like, one of 2 games next year where Kadarius Toney has a touchdown or 2, gives you a pretty big help in that final game. So that's why, even though I don't really like Kadarius Toney, like, I don't have a lot of Kadarius Toney, I'm not drafting him in the 6th round at all. Like, if you ask me point blank, I'd probably prefer a lot of wide receivers. I took him over just because I have Mahomes, but I would probably take Bateman, Addison. I'll take Toney over Pickens maybe, but Quentin Johnson I'd probably take over Toney. I think you can make the case for Cooks. So yeah, I'm not thrilled about Kadarius Toney either, but it's just a lens I look through, especially because I didn't have Kelsey on this team. I need that correlation in a BBM. If it was a smaller contest, I wouldn't need this much correlation. But what else we got? Let me know if you got any trades in your inbox. If you got any questions for me, just in terms of picking my brain. Let me know if you have a video idea for me. Starting to get to the point of the year where I can kind of do a little bit more deeper passion projects. The videos that no one cares about, but I put a million hours into. I do want to do a crazy ambassador soon, and I know we're getting out of dynasty season, so I don't think it's even going to do that well view-wise, but they are very fun to make. Yeah, I agree. I would have Jordan Addison over Kadarius Toney as well. All right, we're up in 2 picks. Let's think. Pick 96. Pick 96. Wide receivers have dried up. We'll get some more Cowboys-Detroit correlation with J-Mo. And then we'll take Tyler Boyd to go to bring back in the KC-Cincy game in week 17. Nothing else really seemed that interesting to me there. What else we got? He said, does Richie James go undrafted? I would say he probably gets drafted, but I would say in a majority of leagues, he probably goes undrafted. He said, I don't know exactly how it would work, but you should try the draft-a-thon again. I might. Tortilla Slap was amazing last year. I think I could have probably executed it better, the draft-a-thon in general. But yeah, you are right. It's tough for like loyal subscribers, people who watch the stream. Like if you watch a ton of streams, you're on Underdog with me. So I don't know. The idea with the draft-a-thon is that it would be so dumb and over the top that it generates more viewers and it brings more people in outside of just the core base. But it's tough. It's tough to bring something to the table enough for the algorithm to want to flood hundreds to your stream. I don't know. I'm coughing all over the place. Superflex Dynasty trade: Kirk Cousins or Hollywood Brown? I'm gonna say probably Kirk Cousins. Like they're probably right next to each other. They're probably right next to each other, but I'll just say give me the quarterback. I am curious though. Let me see where I ended up ranking them in the Dynasty rankings update today. You said, what week 17 do you target besides KC Cincinnati? I would say I've gotten to a point now where I just don't really target anything in particular. I just kind of let the stacks come to me. Because at the end of the day, like, you have no clue what's actually going to shoot out. Like, outside of, like, Cincinnati KC is the only one that I'll lean into, really. But, like, even if you look at, like, I am curious, actually, like, week 17 results from last year. Like, I do wonder if the ones that we were gassed up about ended up, like, shooting out. Yeah, one of the ones that like I'd imagine people didn't really even like wasn't even excited for. Giants Colts ended up being 38-10. So all of your Giants got home that week. What else? I think of the ones that people were like really excited for. Rams Chargers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any in particular that I would say I try for more than others, but I guess like if I had to choose, it would definitely be KC Bengals. Probably, I'm trying to think through them. Denver Chargers is one that I find myself doing a ton. Dolphins Ravens. That one's been like a 40+ point shootout the last like 2 times that they've played. And kind of Detroit versus the Cowboys is a good one too. But Kirk Cousins versus Marquise Brown in my dynasty rankings. I actually think I probably have Marquise Brown ahead of Kirk Cousins now that I look. Maybe I would take Marquise Brown over Kirk Cousins. Yeah, Miami-Baltimore is a good one. Like I said, I think the last 2 times they played, it was like week 2. Like the 2 that stick out in my mind was from like early on last year, and then like the one in Lamar's like MVP campaign, like week 1. Not that that's even remotely a similar team than it is now, but I don't know. I think there's an element too where Lamar likes to do well in front of Florida. What's an ideal value for selling Madison in Dynasty Superflex? Can you turn... I'm trying to think of what I would do with Alexander Madison right now. Can you sell Alexander Madison for a random 24 first? I think I would take that any day, but I don't know if that's on the table right now. Do we think a 24 first for Alexander Madison on the table? I'm actually going to check Fantasy Calc real quick. But that is a good question. So I feel like Alexander Madison is probably changing a lot of hands recently. I saw on Twitter, I think some guy traded, what did he do? He traded Alexander Madison. I think he traded away Tony Pollard for Alexander Madison in Dynasty. I think that's something that someone with like thousands of followers on Twitter did. I wonder if anybody else saw that. Let's see. What has Madison been trading for? All right, we're going to be on the clock here. Man, Kamara keeps on falling. Thank God. I didn't want to take him. I keep on getting suckered into taking him, man. Let's see. Running back would do us some good. Let's do Elijah Mitchell. And with all of this Detroit, I'm kind of down to go Goff. Like, I don't like spending another pick at quarterback anywhere near this early. But let's go Goff. I think Goff kind of fills in the gaps for us perfectly. And we already have a bunch of, like, Dallas versus Detroit on this team anyways. So, boom. Now we're done at quarterback. I don't think... Yeah, we don't even need any more from that Detroit-Dallas game either. Detroit-Dallas, KC... I think we're probably going to end up with this build being like a either a 2-6-8-2 or a 2-7-7-2. Probably one or the other. But with Madison. I wanted to see what he's trading for right now. Damian Pierce for Alexander Madison and Zay Jones. I don't know about that one, Chief. Alexander Madison and Elijah Moore for a 24 first. I think I would do that. He's not selling for anything crazy. Alexander Madison for a 24-2. Alexander Madison for a 24-1 straight up. Yeah, I'm not sure. You said you were offered Burrow and Chase for Goff, Olave, and Garrett Wilson in a super flex league. Yeah, I would take that and run, my friend. Like, I would drop everything right now and accept that trade. Like, I would take Burrow and Chase side. I don't know which side you're on, but Burrow and Chase by $1 billion. If you had to bet on the wide receiver one on the Giants, who would it be and why is it Isaiah Hodgins? I was going to say Isaiah Hodgins, man. He's somebody where, I mean, he was a day 3 pick, but he's one of these guys like, I think Gabe Davis, you could call one of those. Stephon Diggs, you could call one of those. Like these day 3 guys that had a better profile than that. And he's the only, like, big wide receiver on that team that's going to play on the outside. If I had to guess, he probably runs the most routes. I don't know. What else we got? Should you have lots of Kamara? Kamara's getting tough for me. I mean, he is somebody that, man, he is somebody where, like, he just would have to, like, average, like, 20-plus points per game again and catch a ton of passes. And he would just rise in every format. Like, a bounce back for Alvin Kamara wouldn't be that crazy to me. Like, I don't think that he is just out of juice at this point, Kamara. But he just has a lot going against him. If you like Tony, you have to like Sky Moore. I like Sky Moore, but there's so many stacking options with the Chiefs late, and I already had Kadarius Toney, so I didn't want to, like, Sky Moore is one of the more expensive ones. Like, you can go super late. Like, you can go Justin Ross, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Noah Gray is even an option. Like, of course, Rashee Rice. So I just didn't feel like I had to force it. How would you view the first-round rankings for full PPR? 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 tight end, 1 quarterback, 1 flex league. It's a loaded question. I'd say pretty similar to an underdog draft. Why Sky over Rice? Sky was bad last year. Yeah, I kind of agree. In redraft, I would probably prefer, Rashee Rice. You just get a clean at bat on a young wide receiver that didn't have a bad year one. I think Sky Moore and Rashee Rice were both second-round picks in the NFL draft, so in the eyes of the league, really not that different from each other. And again, one of these guys didn't have a bad year one. You're saying Richie James will be the... Yeah, Richie James is even a guy you can stack on the Chiefs. If any of you guys have a league where Alexander Madison was traded, let me know. All right, so now I'm completely lost at what I'm doing with this pick. Kind of need running back. We'll probably go Kendre Miller regardless here. Does anything stick out? We'll go Kendre Miller. And it's like a little bit of a reach, but I think I'm going to go Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Yeah, let's go MVS. said, how about Waller? I mean, Waller is a tight end, but I meant among the wide receiver room. He probably leads them in, like, routes ran and everything. He said Giants could use Hopkins. Indeed, they could. Got Burrow and Chase. I was fucking stoked when I saw the notification. Yeah, that's insane, bro. That guy sent that to you out of nowhere? Jeez, man. Hit that like button. Yeah, dude. If you're in here, hit that like button for the boy. I'm out here Saturday night chilling with the fellas. How much better could this possibly be? You're saying it's a complex system in KC? Yeah, I mean, I think it should be close. I'm curious to know where I ended up ranking them against each other. Yeah, I ranked Rashi. Is it Rashi or I think it's Rashi Rice? I feel like I've screwed that up every time I've said that. Him and Jalen Hyatt. People keep telling me it's not Hyatt. Pronouncing like new rookies in the NFL gets me every time. Yeah, I was thinking Irv Smith. I didn't feel like I had to though. Tight end's one of those positions where you can just take one in the 18th round, and it could be pretty much as good as any 13th round pick for tight end. Like they just project more across the board, or project similarly to the guys that go 13th. And they're projected for more points than any running back or wide receiver in the 18th round in terms of just like what's implied. All right, so I wanted to see where I had them in terms of redraft rankings. Rashi Rice versus Sky Moore. Because you don't necessarily think of that 1v1 in the moment of doing rankings. Wow. I put Sky Moore wide receiver 54, Rashi Rice wide receiver 55. Maybe I have to swap that. I don't know. Sky Moore, I mean, they were both second round draft picks, but Sky Moore was a better prospect. But it comes down to, you know, how micro do you want to zoom in on the prospect profile and redraft, you know? What's your Thielen exposure? I feel like he's the easiest fade on the board. Can't be high. It can't be high. Let's see. My Thielen exposure, 5%. 5%. That's almost too high. Said, can't wait for the season to start. I'm hyped for football. Yeah, I agree. But we're also kind of far out still. Like, that's the crazy part. We're what, like a little under 3 months away? Jerry Jeudy for a late 24 first. I'd probably take Jerry Jeudy over a late first. But this is what I'll say. I wouldn't sell Jeudy for that price, and I wouldn't buy him either for that price. I'm not sending a... But I guess I'd think about selling him for 24 first. Depends on how sure you are that thing is going to be late. So we're looking at Ford. Taysom, oh, damn it. Taysom Hill doesn't work. Laporta could be the play, but that's too much Detroit in my eyes. Man, I would have loved Jerome Ford here. Let's do Laporta. I guess we'll do a triple stack. It just had to happen there, the way the board fell. It sucks Jerome Ford is gone. Do I just sort of take... I guess give me Hyatt, man. I guess give me him. So as I said, I think I'm shooting for a 2.682 here. So I don't mind having sort of saving running backs for last here. The running back room is so bad that it might be a 2.772 thing. But here's a team for anybody that is just pulling up. We went Jefferson, Pollard, Mahomes, Gibbs, DJ Moore, Kadarius Toney, Kyle Pitts, Jamison Williams, Tyler Boyd, Elijah Mitchell, Jared Goff, Kendre Miller, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Sam Laporta, and Jalen Hyatt. So we're a little bit light at running back. We're probably good at wide receiver at this point. We have Jefferson. I think 7 wide receivers is a nice sweet spot here. Quarterback is short up. Tight end is short up. I'm going to say we're done at wide receiver as well. I don't even really care what else is out there. Now it's just a matter of making running back picks that make sense. Sky Moore did have a big play in the Super Bowl. Maybe that's what's pushing him over the top. Kelsey going to still be the number 1 wide receiver in KC. I agree. Give me Michael Wilson over Puka Nacua in Dynasty. I know everybody loves Puka Nacua, but give me day 2 draft capital. Like, give me the 3rd round draft capital. That's honestly all that decision comes down to for me. So I don't know. If you see it a different way, you can go Puka Nacua. But just give me the 3rd round pick. I don't know. I was looking around. Like, Jerome Ford probably would have been the pick, but Laporta had to be the pick there. I wanted to go Taysom Hill, but he had the same bye week as Kyle Pitts, so that couldn't work. I could have gone for just like a one-off Dawson Knox, but ended up going Laporta. I don't love doing a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end stack like that with Detroit. But I just kind of got backed into it. You should make a video similar to your Taxi Squad ads from last year. Had some good calls in that video. I think I dropped that pretty much. Or I might have sort of bundled it into the Sleepers one. But I could make a video like that. I've kind of stumbled on some more since then, like your Deneric Princes and Xavier Holidays of the world. Justin Shorter is interesting too, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I was looking to see earlier today if Justin Shorter was out there on any of my dynasty waivers, but every league he was available in, I would have to drop like 5 players. I'm making a video soon of me going through my teams because it's almost therapeutic to go through it for a video and then clean up the rosters, figure out who I want to cut, figure out what direction all of these things are heading in. But it's just something good to do every probably like 2-3 months. Just be on the same page. If you're playing in more than like 8 dynasty leagues. What was I about to look for? Oh yeah, how am I doing in the Albatross? Somebody asked. That's the underdog, like, best ball mania, pretty much, I think. And I've made it in the Albatross is what it's called. I've made it to the end here, but I don't think I'm gonna make it any further. Yeah, I'm in 7th right now. In my little pod. Will Zalatoris being hurt has not helped me at all. Let's finish out the draft from this view. All right. Somebody earlier said to get Ty Chandler. Why not get Ty Chandler? Like, we already have Justin Jefferson. It kind of already makes sense. I don't love taking Jeff Wilson, but nothing else is really standing out to me. I want to take Jeff Wilson. Like, 11 picks passes ADP, second to last round pick. I mean, if Dalvin Cook goes to Miami, that pick is cooked. But at the same time, what if he doesn't? And his price rises, and I got a 17th round Jeff Wilson. Well, maybe he should be more like a, I don't know, 15th rounder. Grinding the small edges here, folks. Would I trade the 102 and the 103 for Bijan? I don't think so. That's very steep. Yeah, ended up going with Ty Chandler. I know some people were saying that was the play. We got Hurricane Lane in here. What's going on, my boy? How do you feel about the New Orleans running backs? I don't know. It's tough until we get anything concrete on Kamara. But it seems like they're really trying to squeeze him out at this point, man. So I don't know. I just have them all, like, equally. Like, I have them all as, like, second-round picks. It's not like a super sexy offense. There could be a touch squeeze. None of them are all that talented. I guess, yeah. I mean, none of them are all that talented. I think Kendra Miller is pretty good. Kamara, depends if he has the juice left. But, yeah, it's really tough to know how that backfield is going to shake out. We have, like, no precedent for it. Yeah, I agree. Give me 2 and 3 over Bijan. Said start 11, Kyle Pitts, Pickens, Shakir, or Kittle and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Man, that's close. That's extremely close, my brother. I think probably Pitt's side. Probably Pitt's side, but it's really close. Said you don't think Dalvin's going to Miami? Where is Dalvin Cook going to end up? How's the basement, bro? Fantastic. The basement has never been better. It's actually funny because now when I move out, my new crib is going to have a basement of some sort. Just for the channel bit equity. But yeah, the Dalvin stuff is weird. I don't know where he's going at this point. What if he went to the Chiefs? How do we feel about Olave in PBR League Dynasty Leagues? I'd say just fine. I have him as like a 2-3 round turn guy. Top 8 wide receiver. I have questions about the ceiling, but he's put up some undeniable peripherals so far. Would you sell a good second tight end and non-tight end premium or just keep for insurance? Depends on how good. Let me know how good this second tight end is. You said your Kittle side, you're going for a 3-peat. I don't hate it. I think it's razor thin. Jeez, dude, I got bug bites everywhere, man. Everywhere I look, I got bug bites, dude. Is that everywhere or just Jersey, dude? Like, anything we do outside. Or honestly, no, that's probably everywhere. Kittle side for contender. I could see that. Yeah, to me, Njoku as well isn't one that I would, like, feel pressed to sell. If he was better than Njoku, I would. Like, if it was, like, Hawkinson, or Kittle, or if it was, like, Dallas Goedert, I'd be like, yeah, like, you should probably sell him. But Njoku, he's not someone you're going to get, like, a huge return for, so I don't mind just holding on to him. And again, dude, if you're going to let me get Clyde Edwards-Helaire with my last pick, like, literally the 18-12 of this draft, like, I'm going to have to take Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Like, I'm going to have to. Like, I hate to do it. Look, man. I hate this. I hate this. You think I want this, man? You think I want 36.2% owned Clyde Edwards-Helaire? I struggle to sleep at night. But how is he going to be that cheap? How am I going to get there? How am I going to get him at the 18-12 in a Best Ball Mania draft? For millions of dollars up top. Insanity. But that is going to do it for us today. A late Saturday night stream. I appreciate everyone that came out here and just, chilled out, hung out, bounced some fantasy ideas off of each other. I got a Best Ball Mania draft in there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys all coming out. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one.